Linux. We are going to see why Linux and the command used in the Linux and the types of editors present in the Linux operating system, and finally user data. Linux is the operating system like the Windows, Mac OS, etc. Here we will see why Linux is best compared to the other operating system. It is free and open source, which means we don't need to pay any amount to install or to use the Linux operating system, and it is completely free for everyone to use. And it is also open source, which means the source code is available for everyone to use, so anyone can view, modify, or improve the existing source code and to make the other Linux distribution from that. And the Ubuntu and Red Hat are the Linux distribution which are made from the existing source code of the Linux operating system only. And it is fast and lightweight so that it can run smoothly on old or low specific hardware also. And it uses fewer system resources compared to the other operating system. So that's why it's make the system to run fast and efficient. It is a highly secure operating system compared to the Windows, which means it has the built-in permission control, and we can also give granular permission for each and every resources present in the system also. So it's a highly secured operating system. And as I said earlier, that source code is available for everyone, so that it's by highly customizable, so we can change anything in the Linux operating system like the desktop environment, themes, tools, etc. And that Linux can run for months or years without restarting. And because of the stability, many servers use the Linux operating system to run. And finally, it is cloud friendly, which means most of the cloud platforms like AWS, Azure use the Linux based servers to deploy the application. So it is optimized for the cloud environment to use. And the commands used in the Linux operating systems are listed here. If you want to list a file means then use the ls command. And if you want to know the time and date of the file which you are made means then you can use the ls space hyphen ltr command. And to show the current directory we present, then we can use pwd command. And to change the directory, then use cd command. And to move to the particular folder means then use cd folder name command. And to create a folder means then use make directory, which means mkdir or and give any folder name for that to create a folder. And to remove the directory and all files present in that directory means then use rm space or a particular folder name to remove. And if you want to delete the directory, then use rmdir command. And to delete a file only means then use rm space that particular file name. And if you want to show the full details of the particular file means then use the cat command. Package and service management commands are listed here. And here the sudo indicates that it's the root account. Sudo means super user do. And if you want to make any changes from the root account, then use the sudo in front of the command. And DNF is the package manager. And here there are also some other packages present in the Linux operating system, which are apt-yum. Here DNF is the dandified yum, which is advanced version of yum package management. And if you want to install the Apache web server means then use the install command, or to update means use the update command, or want to remove means then use the remove command. Here the HTTPD indicates that it is the Apache web server. Basically the web server is used to host the web application. And the Git indicates that it is the code repository, which means it is used to track the code and clone the repositories also. And Y indicates that it will install the Apache web server without asking any permissions. So that's why here indicate Y indicates yes. And to start and enable that HTTPD service means then use the sudo systemctl start and enable HTTPD command. And as I said earlier, that the Apache web server is used to host the application. And if you want to place the website means then use the git command to place the website in the particular server, so that we can use the sudo git clone, and that a particular URL we place it in that server. The URL is placed here. And there are two types of editor or user in the Linux operating system. One is Nano editor and another one is VI editor. In Nano editor, to create a file, use the command nano and give any file name. And to save, use Control plus O, and to exit, use Control plus X. In VI editor, to create a new file, then use VI in front of the file name. And to type any text in the particular file, then press I. Then it will go to the insert mode. And then we can type anything we want. And to save and exit, then press escape and colon WQ. To exit only without saving means then press escape plus colon Q exclamatory mark. It will exit only, does not save the content which we made in that file. Finally, user data. And the user data is like a startup script, which means that will run automatically when an EC2 instance start for the very first time. So it will help us to automate the initial setup task, which means instead of installing the software or updating any packages, we can use the user data that will automate the initial setup task. So without a manual effort, it helps the server to configure itself. And whatever command we write in the user data section will execute as soon as when the instance is created. So it makes sure that instance is immediately available for ready to use after the launch. And the user data runs only once during the first boot. And if you want to change any uh, command in that user data means then we need to stop the instance and then edit the user data and then again start the instance to run.